All right. Again, once again, thank you all just for spending this, a little bit with me, this Saturday with me. Thank you all for spending a little time with me. I'm not going to be before you long, but I do want to share a little bit about the Net7 Collective, who we are, what we do, why I do it. This is my passion project. This is something that I absolutely love. This is something that is transformational, life-changing. I believe that this is going to be something that is record breaking. I've been involved in a few things that were, record breaking, and I'll share a little bit about myself. And for those of you who don't know me, obviously you may know me in some way because you're here. You may follow me on Facebook, Instagram, social media. You may be involved in um, some of the some of the things that I coach. You may have come to some of my events. However, you are here. Thank you for coming and thank you for spending time with me. I really don't take it for granted, and I don't like to waste people's time. But I did want to give everyone an opportunity to jump on here, and so they could hear the entire, I'll say presentation, because I did take a little bit of time to put together a presentation so that I make sure I get all of the information out, and I will have time for Q&As at the end. So if there's any questions that you have about what it is that we're doing, you're going to be able to ask those questions. Okay. So let me share my screen really quick. Boom. Who was Constance Carter? That girl right there? That's me. I just want to tell you a little bit about who I am, what it is I do in the world, what I've done, so that you can know if you decide that you want to work with us and you want to join our community, just so you can know a little bit about my background. So first of all, I'm a CEO. I built the largest Black-owned real estate firm in California. So these are just some pictures of us at the office. We had a couple of different offices, beautiful offices, and we had some amazing people who worked for us. 90% of them were Black women. And that's where I think I developed my passion for helping Black women. First, it was how can I help people? So my client, my end user, were people that I was helping to build wealth. And then as I grew my business out, it became, my agents. I was serving my agents. I'm a servant leader. I believe in being a servant leader. So I believe in knowing how to lead. I'm not a boss. I don't boss people, but I am a leader, which is extremely important. So I want to make sure that, wait, let me tap in really quick, make sure that you guys can see my presentation. Everybody who can see my presentation, please, I don't want no technical difficulties. Everyone who can see my presentation, just put a yes in the comments. That way I know that there's no technical difficulties. Okay, cool. Cool. Perfect. Okay. Thank you, Zakia. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, P. Dan. All right. So, I believe in being a leader, and a leader is someone who people will follow. Everybody doesn't have people who will follow them. And so I'm a servant leader. I know how to empower and inspire people to do things that will change the trajectory of their lives. That's just who I am. I've done a lot of trainings around leadership. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in personal development, which I believe is what contributed to me becoming a great leader. That was important to me. I needed to know and understand, not just having people with me, but how do I serve them to get the best out of them? And that's what we did. I had people who worked at other companies who were top producers at other companies. Not Black people who were at other companies who would come over and work for me and say that they made more than they had ever made because I motivated them. I gave them the tools to be able to stretch themselves and do more. I gave them more opportunities, and I showed them how to work smarter and not harder. And so they would come over from other companies and, make a certain amount of money. Some of them were like, I made 3 times more with Constance than I've ever made with anybody else. In fact, there was one lady that I had that worked for me. Her name was Kathy Jackson. She passed away a few years ago. But when I first got my real estate license and I went to work for a Prudential, and I went in, I wanted to just glean from all the people who made a lot of money, all the people who were top producers. And so she was a top producer over there. So I sat and, I would schedule meetings with them and say, how did you become a top producer? And years later, she came and she worked for me. She was one of those people that I would schedule an interview with because I wanted to learn from them. And then she ended up coming to work for me. And she was like, I made more with you than I had ever made with anyone else. Unfortunately, more people like her wouldn't work for me because of me being Black and me being a woman. And that was quite okay. And she would say, people are really racist because, they asked me why I'm at that Black company. And she's like, I've made more at this Black company than I had ever made at any other company that I've worked for. And so, some understood and some didn't, but I was there to cater to everyone. But, most of the people that I work with were Black women. And I love it and I enjoy it. And that became where my passion was, working with Black women. Also, I'm a best-selling author. Okay, so I have several books. I'm not the big ideation person though. I'm not that chick. I'm not the person who has these great ideas. How these were birthed was people, I was doing things to help people and somebody said, you should write a book. And I'm like, okay. And I wrote a book and it became a bestseller. It's this book, Keeping Score. It's a credit book. And I had no idea, how to become a bestseller, what that looked like or anything like that. But, it was a blessing that I became a bestseller. Oh, also, I'm CEO of a real estate and a mortgage company as well. So Carter Financial Solutions is my mortgage company. Catalyst is my real estate company. All right. Also, I'm an investor. So I invest in multifamily, commercial real estate, single family homes. I've done Airbnbs, all those different types of investments. Okay. So I'm I'm living what I'm actually teaching. All right. The next is I'm a cannabis investor. Now, you ain't gonna see these pictures on Facebook. This is just for the women here today. You are not going to see these pictures on Facebook. Okay. I'll put these pictures on Facebook, but you know what? So I have a cannabis dispensary in Stockton, California. And back when we first started, they would not allow us to make deposits or, put it in the bank because it wasn't federally legal. So I would have to go to my dispensary and I'd have to go pick up my cash. So every time I pick up my cash, so I'm a cannabis investor, and how I got in that is just time and opportunity. And it's what I teach inside the cohort, time and opportunity. So we'll talk a little bit about that once you decide on if you want to join us in the cohort. Okay. I am a TEDx speaker. I'm a speaker. So I did a TEDx. If you saw it, maybe that's how you were introduced to me. It's called Google That Shit. And it did like 439,000 views, thousands, and I think maybe 10,000 comments, a lot of people loved it. It made waves in a lot of different places. I think it was very transformative. To be honest with you, I love TED Talks. I have a few favorites, and this is actually one of my favorite TED Talks, not just because it's me, but I think it's really dope. I'm also a speaker, so I speak both nationally and internationally. In fact, I'll be speaking at the ABNC conference. If you're going to be there next week, we can meet in person, but I also speak all over the place about a lot of different things. So love, love, love speaking. Fun fact, I'm actually an introvert. Nobody would ever believe it, but I really am. I love people. I love speaking, but I'm actually an introvert. So, sometimes I could get jiggy and sometimes, it takes everything out of me after I speak and I like to go and hibernate afterwards. So, and lastly, I'm an investor. I mean, I'm a coach and trainer. And so a couple of things that I'm coaching is the Net7 Collective, which that's why you're here today. And I also have the B1 real estate mastery training that I do some training in. And I think I've seen some people here from both. So shout out to you if you are part of either of those cohorts. Just put a one in the chat just to let everybody know that you're part of either of these collectives. And this is something that I absolutely, absolutely, absolutely love to do. I love teaching. I love teaching everything I know. And I know real estate very well. I'm a real estate expert. I really am. I've done thousands and thousands of transactions, and I'm a critical thinker. And I'm really grateful for my background in IT. I was in the Silicon Valley, and I was an IT analyst. And what it did is it gave me critical thinking skills. It gave me troubleshooting skills. It gave me problem solving skills, customer service skills. These are all the things that you need when you're teaching and you're training and you're investing in real estate. Just trying to figure out the best case scenario. Even with the loans, like even before I was doing loans even before I adopted mortgages inside my real estate business, I would be solving loan problems for the lenders that were getting paid to do it. And so I was like, well, why don't I add this as a part of my business so that I could help more people? Because they couldn't even figure out things that I could. But I attribute that to, my background. First of all, I pour into myself. Like I said, I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in my own personal development. Why? Because I have a PhD, a public high school diploma. So for some, that may be a deficiency, but that was something that made me want to do extra and go the extra mile to invest in myself. And so I did. I've taken trainings all over the country. I paid my coach $50,000. I've just done a lot because if I figure I'm my biggest commodity, I'm my biggest investment, and there's nothing else that I can invest in that's greater than me. I'm the thing that drives everything else. So my investing in real estate, my investing in stock, my investing in cannabis, it's because I invested in myself first. And so if you learn to invest in yourself, then all those other things are going to come. And so that's why it's so important. And that's the reason why, I feel like I have a lot of knowledge that I don't even realize that I have. And sometimes just in all transparency, I'll be teaching something. I'm like, how do I know that? I surprise myself, and it's like all the trainings I've been through all the years. And the cool thing is my iPhone, the great thing is about the iCloud. iCloud is so great because I have trainings and classes that I went to 12, 13 years ago that are in my notes in my phone that I could always reference because they are in the cloud. So it's great, but I just really believe in investing in myself. And so then I can actually invest in training and teaching everybody else everything that I know. And that's what this is about for me. Because I love people. I love women. I love Black women. I love people in general. I love people in general. Okay. I love everybody. But I have a special place in my heart for Black women. And we'll talk about it with the Net7 Collective. And I'm going to tell you why, what the Net7 Collective is and how it came to fruition. Because that's what you're here for, right? So my journey, and I'm going to give you a little bit of piece of it. I moved across country in 2022. I was married for, I always say 132 years, but I was married for like 23, 24 years. I was with my ex-husband since I was 15. So we were together over 30 years. And we went through a divorce. It was a very challenging divorce. And I abruptly moved across country, all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast. Best decision I ever made. One of the best decisions I've made. And during that time, I transitioned my business. I didn't want a CEO anymore. I had these great, beautiful offices. I had these wonderful people who worked for me, but I was drained. I was just taxed. It was a lot. I had over 100 agents, and I had eight staff members where it was just like, okay, I have all of these people that you can go to before you come to me. But people, they wanted me. And I understand that. And I just didn't have the capacity. And it was because I had been so accessible to so many people. But when we grew, I couldn't keep that up. So it just drained me. And I was drained from the whole idea of that. So I transitioned my business. I put my real estate brokerage under another brokerage, and I just kind of parked it. I still had maybe 20 or so agents that were under me, but I wasn't really active. I didn't really want to do anything with real estate. And so when I moved to the East Coast, I was just trying to figure out, what is it that I really want to do? What's next for me? What is next for this iteration of my life? And at the end of the year, I sat down for a week. I fasted. Y'all, I ain't never fasted. I've never completed a fast before or after this. But I was so serious about what it was that I needed to discover. The hunger pains, like all the stomach growling, it was like motivation for me, like, yo, I'm hungry and I'm conquering this. And so I fasted and I prayed and I meditated and I journaled about what was next for me. And for me, God revealed to me that it was really just about helping women, Black women. And I sat down and I wrote down who those people were. What did they look like? What did they have? What were their pain points? What did they need? And how could I serve them? So I sat down and I wrote that out. And a few months later, the Net7 Collective was birthed. But I was very, 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 very serious about this. I was very serious about this next iteration of my life. And then I was very serious about the transformation that I wanted to help people with in their lives, because that's what it's all about. I just want to help people. And I blame my dad for that, because my dad is the same type of person I am. A lot of stuff that who I am, I blame that on my father, because he's just an amazing human being. And so I just have the same heart, I think, for people that he does. So when I identified who my avatar was, this is what I came up with. This is women, Black women, ages 25 to 65. Now, although I said 25 to 65, we have women who are 80 in our cohort. I have a Emma Fraser Pendleton. She's a Harvard PhD. She was in our second cohort. She's 80 years old, and she actually I was actually in her coaching program years ago, and she is a brilliant thought leader, but she's 80 years old, and she actually said Net7 Collective was the best coaching program she had ever been in, and that just made me just feel amazing because she's been around a lot of people. I wanted to reach people who wanted to leave a legacy. I wanted to reach people who wanted to pay off their college tuition because they wanted to increase their net worth. People who wanted to surround themselves with like-minded women. People who wanted to educate their community. Why Black women? Because there's an African proverb that says, when you teach a man, you teach an individual. But when you teach a woman, you teach a nation. So I wanted people who were not only passionate about learning and growing and building for themselves and their family, but people who would actually reach out to other people and effectuate change in their community. That's who I wanted. I wanted women who had an appetite to learn how to invest, who wanted to start businesses, some who wanted to start nonprofits, some who wanted to create a product or a service. They did not want to be employed. They want to live life on their own terms. They want to be able to get up and go on vacation when they want to go on vacation. They want to live life the way they want to live life and do what it is that they want to do. Those are the Black women that I wanted to reach. So I wrote this down at the end of the year. What are their pain points? What are the things that that they are unable to do, and why haven't they done them? And these are the things I interviewed. So when I first started the Net7 Collective, I interviewed over 150 women individually. And I asked them what their pain points were, and they aligned with what I had written down. People who were scared to take a leap. There are some people here that are just afraid to take a leap, or they don't have the motivation that it takes. They want to do something, but they don't have the motivation to do it. They don't have accountability. Accountability is extremely important inside this group. I've actually turned people down for that very reason. People who say, I don't want to be bothered with nobody, so I can't do an accountability partner. Well, this is not the place for you. I've turned down people who said that they're not willing to play full out. This is not the place for you. Well, what if I don't do what it is that you said that you tell me to do? This is not the place for you. I wanted people, the pain points also were people who needed guidance. They needed instruction. They needed a blueprint. People who didn't know where to start. Okay, well, then we'll figure all that out. Some people were stuck with analysis paralysis. I know there are people here that have been stuck with analysis paralysis. You think, but you don't act. See, I'm not the ideation person, like I said. I'm just an executor. So everything I've done, like I have a t-shirt line, right? And somebody said, hey, you have all these great quotes. You should put them on a t-shirt. Okay. Got a drop shipping business now. Somebody said, you should write books. Okay. Write books. Some of you actually have brilliant ideas, but you get stuck in analysis paralysis and you're afraid to execute. So what happens? You get stuck at stop. You get stuck at start. You never, you don't stop. You stop and you get stuck at start. And what I don't want for you, and I don't want for myself, is to come to the end of my life where I should have done this, I could have done this, maybe if I would have done this. I could die literally tomorrow and know that I've lived a fulfilled life. Why? Because I've done the things that I really want to do. Have I done everything? Absolutely not. But I've done things that I really want to do to transform lives, to help people, goals, personal goals that I've had. I've knocked those things down. I made history. Yeah, largest Black-owned real estate firm in California. I made history. So I've been able to do those things, but most importantly, help people to be able to achieve their dreams. That's, for me, sitting on the front row and watching people, how they're able to grow it. Oh my God, y'all, I could die today and be happy based upon me seeing people walk in their purpose. And that's the whole thing. Why Net7? Because I'm going to coach you. I'm going to give you guidance. I'm going to help you figure out what your purpose is. I'm going to give you mentorship, but you're also going to get that accountability that you need. Not only from me, not only from the accountability partner that you're assigned, but from the entire sisterhood, the network, not just from your cohort, but from all the cohorts, because we come together as well. So it doesn't stop with this 12 weeks because you're only in this particular cohort for 12 weeks, but you have another group of women that we meet once a month, every single month. And I'm still teaching them, I'm still coaching them, I'm still training them. I give you the blueprint. So a lot of people are saying, hey, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. How do I start this business? Well, we're going to work. I give you the blueprint. You get sisterhood, Black women, iron sharpening iron. That right there is invaluable. The thing that I'm really good about with the Net7 Collective, I'll tell you this. The thing that I'm really good about is that I know how to inspire other people to empower other people. That makes sense. That's my superpower. So it doesn't just come from me. And what I know for sure is that I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. I know what it is that I know, and I know it very well. But there may be something that you know better than what I know, and that you're able to help other people and the other ladies inside the group. I think that's one of the best things ever, is because there's resources all over the place. One of the ladies told me yesterday, because she is starting a particular group, a particular business on a certain subject. There's another woman in there who is a doctor, a medical doctor, and they do the same thing. And they said, we're getting ready to start something together. That's what I'm saying. It's you could find your next joint venture partner inside this collective of women. That's also extremely amazing. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Right? The fact that they're able to give each other ideas. So if they have an idea about something and they're trying to flesh it out, you have a group of women who are willing to do the same thing, who are willing to give you that. If you have, if you get stuck, if they don't see you, they're going to call you. Hey, what's going on? I haven't heard from you. Most people who are in this group are like unicorns. They are probably people who want success, but they don't have the success around them. So you have a group of women who are successful and that not only want success for themselves, ultra success for themselves, but they want it for other women. They're not selfish. They're not gatekeepers. We share together. We pour into each other together. So it's not just me. I'm not the one up here teaching you all. It's us sharing. So I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to give you the training. I'm going to give you the coaching. I'm going to do all that stuff. You're going to get a wealth mindset, but I'm going to give you tools. I'm going to show you what you need to do. I'm going to show you all the newest tools in order to start your business. But here's a couple of other things you're going to learn. You're going to get a wealth mindset. What does that mean? Wealth is a holistic experience. Some of the ladies are hopping on now. Wealth is a holistic experience. It's not just about you getting the money, because there's so many people who have gotten the money. There's so many people who have been able to make a large amount of money. You see, they say within 5 years after retiring from the NFL, most NFL players end up going bankrupt. You see, when people win the lottery, they don't know how to keep it. You can get the money, but do you know how to keep it? So the wealth piece is not just about the money. It's about mind, body, spirit. It's about mindset. It's a mindset shift. You have to shift your mindset in order to obtain the wealth. That's what it's about. So that's why that's so important, because it's not just about the money. I'm going to show you how to get the money. I know how to manifest money. I've never had a problem with money, but I'm going to show you how to keep the money, because I also filed bankruptcy in 2009 and I lost a lot of money. You're going to learn how to discover your purpose. I'm going to teach you how to discover your purpose. Somebody in the, so whoever's on the call from the group, in the group meet, somebody's asking for the meeting ID so they can log on. So if you can just give it to them, that'd be awesome. You're going to learn how to discover your purpose. You're going to learn how to create your business and your entity. You're going to learn how to speak. I'm going to show you the art of speaking. And you need to learn how to speak in every aspect of your life. Whether you're starting a business, thank you. Whether you're starting a business, or whether you already have a business, or whether you are an employee, you need to know how to effectively communicate. So I'm going to teach you how to create your elevator pitch. I'm going to teach you how to tell your story. Storytelling is important because it makes you be able to relate to other people. I learned storytelling from one of the best speakers in the world, Lisa Nichols. She taught me personally. And so when you listen to me, obviously you're here because you heard me in some way and something that I said resonated with you. That's the art of storytelling. I know how to tell my story. It's my truth. I know how to tell my story. You're going to learn how to be able to do the same thing. You're going to learn how to monetize your intellectual property. What does that mean? That thing that comes to you very well. How do you monetize that? How do you make money from it? Whether it's actively or passively. The thing that you do well, there are things that you know how to do well that you have no idea that you know how to do well because it comes so easy to you and it doesn't come easy to other people. There are things that I didn't even know. I was just like just doing stuff and thinking that, you know, especially with my real estate company, I'm doing stuff and I'm like, why don't you guys do this? Blah, 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 blah. And somebody had to pull me to the side and was like, Constance, just because it comes easy to you, it doesn't come easy to everybody else. I was like, I told Lisa Nichols the same thing. I said, you need to teach speaking. And she was like, well, people will pay for that? Yes. Girl, you're the best at it. And then she came up with this speaker training. She didn't value it because it came natural to her, right? So when things sometimes come natural to us, we don't value it, not knowing that that's a gift. Well, how do you monetize that gift? I'm going to show you how to leverage AI. And some of you who are actually even in my other training, I show you how to leverage AI with a real estate investment. I'm going to show you how to leverage the hell out of AI. There's even more ways where you can leverage it to build your businesses. You're going to get accountability. You're going to learn passive income. You're going to find your avatar. What is your avatar? That is your audience, your target audience. So remember when I said I sat down and I wrote out who the people that I wanted to affect? That's my avatar. That's you who's on this call right now. They look just like you. You're going to be an author. Right now, we are writing an anthology. The Net7Collective anthology is called Unbreakable. And we are writing a book sharing our stories, taking you through our journey. And it's going to be released in January. And this is going to be an introduction for a lot of people to the world. And they're going to be able to share their stories. But most of all, they're going to be able to share their triumphs because it's going to allow them to help other people. Because I truly believe your hardships can be the blueprint to help others. And if you use your hardship, I mean, that's your passion, that's your peace. That's the thing that really makes you feel like you're walking in your purpose. Okay. So you're gonna be an author. I'm gonna show you how to do your podcast, and of course, all of the other things that come with investing. You're going to learn that as well. Okay. So these are the things that you're going to learn inside the Net7Collective. All right. So there's other benefits to join the collective. Like I mentioned before, you're a part of our alumni group. So if you join, say you join today, Monday, we have an alumni call and you would start becoming a part of the alumni group immediately. So the next cohort doesn't start until January, but you're automatically a part of our alumni monthly calls. So you'll be able to see what it's like, what the community is like. You'll have VIP access to some of my in-person experiences. The Grow Your Money Club, you'll get access to that where I have on-demand training for, it'll teach you how to, I have trainings about investing in real estate, stock, writing books. There's so much. I have over 30 trainings inside the Grow Your Money Club you'll be able to have access to. So that's on demand. I think most importantly though, is you'll have the sisterhood. You'll have the sisterhood. And that's the thing that goes beyond. And you'll see how important that sisterhood is shortly. Okay. So before I allow these young ladies to come on here and speak to you, this is only for women. I saw that there was some men who signed up. I seen on the list, but this is for women. So if you are a man, hopefully you ain't on here to spy or get a date. Maybe you have a Black woman, a Black daughter, a Black sister, or a Black cousin, woman cousin that would benefit that you could share this with. Okay. So this is only for women who are willing to play full out, who make a commitment, who are willing to stretch themselves. Yo, this week, I got them doing something that everybody was like, what, Constance? What? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Y'all about to get scratched. But they made the commitment up front. And you can only grow when you're uncomfortable. So thus far, I think we're about I don't know, we're about 7 weeks in, maybe 12-week cohort, maybe 6 weeks in. It's so funny because someone said, what am I going to do after the cohort ends? I don't know. I need this continued motivation. Well, you have the monthly calls, but um, this they've learned a lot of foundational things already, right? So now we're putting it into action. Now it's time to action. I don't want people to just be hearers of the word. The Bible says you got to be doers of the word. So now it's the accountability. Now it's walking in your purpose. Now it's actually putting the things that you learn into place. And I'm going to push you to be able to do that, because the goal is for you to increase your net worth by 7 figures, not just by listening to me and listening to other people. No, we're actually going to be doing and executing. That's the biggest part. The idea doesn't come to he who thinks it. It comes to he who executes it. That's the most important piece of the Net7 Collective is execution. So you're going to have to get uncomfortable. You're going to have to stretch yourself, but you also have to be willing to pour into others and be able to receive it as well. Okay. Attend every session. And if you can, there's been women who've gone to Africa, women who've gone to Japan while we were in, people who've gone to the DR while we've been in this cohort. But if they're not there, commit to at least watching the replays so that you can stay engaged. Okay. Commit to your accountability and your accountability partner, and trust the process. Trust, let go and let God. Okay. So I'm going to I see there's, I think maybe 3 women on here that are going to give a testimonial or just share their experience about the Net7 Collective. And let me tell you something. What I don't do, and there are women from all walks of life, okay, all age groups. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have business owners, we have business coaches, we have people who work from 9 to 5s, we have authors, we have some of everybody. I don't lead with that. So you actually get 13 weeks and not 12, because the first week is our intro week. I don't lead with who they are in the world, because that part is unimportant. They didn't learn who each other were until I think week 2 or 3, maybe the second week. But I don't lead with who you are, because there's no hierarchy. Nobody is more important than anybody else. So whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, PhD, or whatever, everyone is all the same. So there's no big I's and little U's. We're all here for the same purpose. So I'm going to unshare my screen. And I see that we have some folks in the chat who, okay, I don't see anybody. Okay, so let's see who's on here, because I don't know, because I just gave them my link to get on here. All right, I'm gonna let you go first, Lisa, and then I'm gonna be working on getting you on camera. So you might. So I'll let you know, but I'm trying to figure out how to get you on camera. So
what you want me to just talk right now?
Just share your experience, why you joined, where you're from. Yeah. So who you are, where you're from, what you do, why you joined.
What I do. Okay. I'm Lisa Burton. I'm in the DC, DMV area, District of Columbia, Maryland, Virginia. I work in DC, live in Virginia. I'm a law enforcement professional, work for MPD. Why I joined? I have a lot to say and didn't really know the vehicle. I have the vehicle to really say it. And met Constance. We were just out at an Eric Benet concert and we start vibing, and next thing you know, we get to talking, and like, yeah, she's been like the wind beneath the wings. I didn't know I needed to exercise. So that's why I'm here. I think that the collaboration of women, like she said, a lot of us in this group, this current group, someone was asking about how many. I think our group is 15, but I know that the number can vary. We're all outliers, like she said. We're kind of like unicorns wherever we are, right? From the different, like she said, we didn't know who each other were. So like to find out we had lawyers, doctors, somebody from NASA, me, everybody's different, business owners, the variety of the group, superstar moms. I mean, we got so many people in this group, but it just blew my mind once we started to find out who each other were. But the biggest part was that we were already grounded and invested in one another for the mission. So that's why I'm here. It's an upgrade.
That's what's up. Thank you. And what have you learned?
I have learned that I can dig deeper, that I can monetize what I think is what has come easy to me, that I didn't know was a talent until you like were saying, hey, you know, you can make money with that, right? Right. The things that you didn't know that, you know, other people could, you could take your passion and make it power and help your pocket. I didn't learn that until I met you. So, I mean, I've seen other people do it. I didn't know it was doable for me until this group. And so I thank you for that.
Thank you. What are you working on?
Everything you keep telling us to, slave driver. Like this morning, I was up after my ramp, of course, after my meditation and all of that this morning. I was trying to figure out how to do my YouTube channel. And I figured out that I already have two that I didn't even know I had. So now I'm trying to put content on my YouTube channel. So apparently I have two YouTube channels, Lisa B Talks 590, and then I have one that's Lisa Bird. I didn't know I had them, but I have Gmail accounts, so I guess that's automatic. So now I'm trying to incorporate my videos and things that are already out there that talk about the policing and all the different things I'm speaking on with voices into my YouTube channel. And I guess that's all I've been working on. And my story for the book, trying to get my last final draft so that I can talk about the voices in that.
Ooh, that anthology is definitely going to be it's going to be something, and I can't wait. The stories,
it's going to blow people's minds.
There you are.
Shoot, I'm on camera, girl. I'm so glad you said be ready. I wasn't ready.
I think I just had to make you co-host or something. I don't know. So,
oh, okay.
So thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. So yeah,
thank you, CC. Look, you're the one. What you say? You were the executor, and that you are, because she's taking no, like, don't come to the table like you're not gonna know. You're gonna do it.
Oh, you're gonna do it. Yeah. And you're gonna stretch yourself and you're gonna do some things that you don't want to do, but it's all for a bigger purpose. And then you could decide later, like, okay, I want to do this or I don't want to do this, but you're gonna try everything. So there was just like, but then somebody said the next day, thank you for stretching us, Constance. Thank you for pushing us. So, but I have to do that. You got to do that. You got to get out of your comfort zone, because if you really want to reach your goals, you can't. And the thing about it is, abundance is for everybody, right? Wealth is for everybody. Everybody has access to it, but everybody's not willing to do what it takes to get there.
True.
And so you got to be willing to stretch yourself. Sometimes you got to be willing to get embarrassed. You got to get, all of those things. I'm telling you, I've been embarrassed. I've been ashamed. I've failed. I had to take risks. I had to do all those things. We all have to do those things if we really want to push through to get to our purpose. So thank you, Lisa. I appreciate you, darling.
Thank you. I appreciate you too.
I like that red lipstick, girl.
Oh yeah, I had to put on my woo-woo for you.
Yes, hunty. Thank you. Let me see. Who wants to go next? I know Yi is on here, then somebody else just hopped on. Let's see. Who's on here? Who wants to go next? Is that you, Yi? Thank you, co-host. And I think that's going to put you on.
Yeah. Oh, I feel so special. I'm a co-host now.
Yeah. I think you
should. But I'm not,
okay.
It's still not coming up. But okay. In the meantime, my name is Yia Carter. I am from Stockton, California, and that's where I met Constance. She was giving a credit building seminar or something like that at a relative's house, and that's how I met her. And after listening to her speak and some of the things that she spoke about, it was like, one of these days I'm gonna grow up and I want to be just like her. Now, mind you, I am older than she is, but I want to be like her. So now that I have the opportunity to tap your brain, that's the reason why I joined the cohort, because I want to tap your brain. I want to know, how did you do it? I mean, your goals and my goals might be different, but the drive is still there. So it's like, okay, what drove you to do what you're doing? And now that, you've moved and you've moved on, what is still driving you? And yes, I'm still curious about that. But at the same time, I was looking into investing, not only just with real estate, but with stocks, because I know your son does stocks. And I know that he was doing pretty darn good with that. But anyway, that's what really got me into it. And what I've learned from the cohort is that whatever you put your mind to, you can do.
Mm,
And when I first started, it was like I felt a lot of barriers. Well, you can't do that because you don't have the money. Well, you can't do that because your mind is here. Well, actually, all those things are false because through you, I learned about the grants. And through some of the other women, I learned other ways to make my goals come to life. So I'm still working on it. I had to take a little break, but I'm still working on it. And
amen.
hopefully one day I am going to be like you, traveling, going to all these concerts, and just enjoying life.
That's what it's
So
about.
yeah, so
Thank you, dear.
that's me.
No, I truly appreciate that. Um, that's here's the thing about that is we're all on a journey and
Hmm.
everybody's going to get there at different times. And those who get there first, cheer them on. We're not
Hmm.
jealous of each other. We're going to continue to cheer them on. And then those who are still on the way, the ones who are already there, reach back and we help each other.
And help
And
each other out.
amen. That's what this is about. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh, just to let you know, I don't like how my story's coming out, so I've been playing with it and playing with it and playing with it. So I'm not ready for that yet. And with the pictures,
Hmm.
for some reason, it's only letting me upload like 5 pictures. So I need to try to find a different way to do my AI.
Okay. You gonna
Most
get it. We're gonna get it. You got to the end of the month. This book is rolling out. The end of the year.
wait,
So you got to the end of the
wait,
month.
wait, wait. At the end of October or
In
November?
end of October. And then we'll be, yeah, you got the end of October to get your story together. But we'll work on it. We're gonna
Okay.
talk about it on Monday on our alumni call.
Okay, doke. Sounds good.
Thank you, darling. Who's next? Who wants to go next?
I'm ready. That's funny though.
Ty, can I see you? Can
No,
I?
yeah, I guess.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and make you co-host, and then I think it's gonna let you get on camera. But if it doesn't, go ahead and keep just talking.
Okay. That is funny.
Hilarious.
Hey, listen, she hopped on to support the cause
Yes.
or whatever we was doing. She was like, oh yeah, I'm there.
She just click the link. Whatever y'all do, I'm just gonna get on
Yeah,
here. She had
she was
no
like, I'm
idea.
there. I'm there. I love it. So as a testament to the community. I am Tyke. I am in the Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, DMV area. I met Constance some years ago. I believe when I was introduced, so I seen that she was doing this, and I've been wanting to work with her um, over the years. So I was like, when I talked to her about this Net7 Collective, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can hop in on this, as well as it was at a timing when I needed something like this in my life, a community to help me in business and moving forward just in life, because yes, we can do things. We're all amazing and awesome, but you want to go farther, you want to have like a community and some support and some other people, as well as even having a coach. And I've done some coaching with some other people. I trusted that this coaching with Constance would be worth it and beneficial, and it has been. So I guess depending on where you are in your life and what you're looking for, what you're trying to do, um, I see that there's a way that the Net7 Collective could be beneficial to you. I am currently needing to be working on my chapter for the anthology. I ain't got to this YouTube part yet, but I know I have a YouTube page somewhere that I probably need to revive. We're in conversation about me rebranding my travel business. And again, just having that community. Like I have plenty of friends, but the community for specifically business and trying to move forward in my life in those aspects, I don't have that. And so with Net7, I have it now. And so if that's something you're looking for, I definitely say make sure you continue to check it out and decide if it's for you.
Thank you, Ty. I appreciate it.
Of
Thank you.
course.
All right. So who wants to go next? I'm gonna mute you. Who want to go next? I'm still trying to get y'all on camera. So
Okay. My name is Latanya Chastain Cubitt, also known as Mommy Monet. I'm in cohort 4. I met Constance a long time ago at a friend's house playing spades. Now, y'all don't believe me, but spades is like chess. The way you work your mind, I was like, this girl is not playing. I was like, the way she is playing spades, like she don't play in life. So I started following her online. I saw her son was doing stocks. And let me tell you something. When I went downtown and found out that this Black woman owned a building downtown, and I saw where she was living, I was like, you know what? That's kind of friends that's who I need to rock with. So I started following her and was talking to her. And we finally decided that I would go to cohort 4. So from cohort 4, I'll have all the ideas. Like I'm a ideation. Like I have, oh, I could do this, I could do that. But if you have ideas and you're not good with execution, this is your girl. She will make you execute something so fast. It's like, I did that. So right now I'm almost done with a book, only being in classes with her for maybe 4 weeks. So she is a wealth of knowledge. She will teach you things that you never imagined you could do with the small idea that you have. So I just want to let you guys know that she is that girl, Constance Carter. If you don't know, you better recognize.
oh, you are so amazing. Thank you. I appreciate you. Listen, it's not a game when it comes to spades, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? We talk that talk in the spade game. So that's fun. You know what? I'm gonna invite all y'all. Next summer, we're gonna do something at my house when I get moved and everything, and spades is going to be a part of it. Okay. So thank you for that. And when she talks about she's ideation, so one of the things that we do before we even start is you get an assessment, you get a strengths assessment. So to see where your strengths are, because the idea is to learn what your strengths are and be able to work inside your strengths. So not to be trying to build your weaknesses, but then join forces with people who are, you know, strong in what you may be weak in. And so they actually learn what their strengths are. And it's fascinating, actually. Let's go to who's next? Who's next? Thank you, Latanya. All right. Okay. I'm a unmute somebody. I don't even know. Y'all, I didn't even do this right. I got them. Everybody
Okay,
said,
you've just unmuted me. This is
who is that?
Deborah.
Hey, Deborah.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm well, thanks. Hi, everyone. I just wanted to give my testimony of how I met Constance. Actually, I just met her in July at the Power Network Expo. And amongst a sea of people, her persona, who she is, just drew me to her. And I knew that once I made that connection, that she was the one. Once we sat down and talked, that she was the one that I needed to align myself with. Hence, she's been on my case a bit, but I am finishing up the chapter for the anthology, and I feel myself moving after being in an organization for over 7 years and not having any movement and asking for help and asking for accountability partner and blah, 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 blah. Just being in this organization for a couple of months, I have done more as a result of her leadership, her personality, and the people that she has drawn into the circle. It just seems like everything just works together synergistically, like we all bounce off of one another, and it's just absolutely fabulous. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that I made the right choice, and that makes me so happy.
That makes me feel so good. Thank you. And you know what's so dope? So one of the other ladies, which she may be on here, I don't know, because I did everything wrong, right? But she said, you know what? I'm off for 2 weeks. No, I'm off for 2 months. If anybody needs my help, you know, let's talk. And Deborah said, you know what, I need a little extra help on some things. And they connected, and this is beyond their accountability partners, right? So they have accountability partners, but just the willingness for the ladies to step up and say, hey, I'm here if anybody needs me. And someone else, raises their hand and say, you know what, I need a little bit more help. Can you help me? And I'm in the group chat. Y'all can take me out the group chat, by the way, Deborah, if you want to. But I love all of the ideas and everything that goes back and forth between them. And it's been amazing. So I'm so proud of them, because it's like, there's no hand holding. Of course, there's no gatekeeping, but they have just taken it and run with it. And this is true for all of our cohorts. So I love it. I absolutely love it. So thank you for that. Who wants to go next? All right. Oh, Angela. You were able to change your name. Okay, Angela. Where you at? Which one is you?
This is Tamika. I'm starting, I'm traveling this weekend with my baby girl. So let me try to get to a semi-quiet space. Okay. All right, let's go.
All right. So who are you? Where are you from? And why you decided to join? What did you learn? What you working on?
Okay. I'm Kamika King. I'm from Alabama. I am working on a children's book for my Evergreen project. I'm a STEM girl, background in software engineering and cybersecurity. So I'm trying to do some things I am doing some things to help make those spaces more friendly to us brown girls and even guys when we get there. Because most of my career, I've been the only brown person in the room, or the only female in the room. So they haven't always been safe spaces. So my goal is, instead of worrying about what the room looked like when you get there, let's help develop those rooms before you get there and take, a network of people with us. So that is what I'm working on, as well as that chapter. And I first met Constance at a Lisa Nichols event in California, probably about 7 years or so ago. And I just remember, like LaTanya said earlier, just looking at her and like, oh my gosh, she is so amazing. And, just all the things that she was doing and her background. And I was like, I could identify. And I was thinking, how, like, oh, like, I'm still like, I want to grow up and be like her, And just so happened, I was sitting having lunch in the big open area between one of the events, and Constance was sitting at a table, and there was a bunch of ladies sitting there talking. It was kind of like, I like to think about it like women sitting at her feet, and she's just, talking and sharing, and they're all laughing. And I was by myself, and somebody was like, hey, you want to come over with us? And Constance's like, yeah, come on over. And I'm thinking, like, she's so cool, she's so dope, and she want to sit, I can have lunch with her, because I had just taken a leap and went out there by myself, this scared Alabama girl. And exchange social media, been following her. And I was supposed to be with that first cohort, but sometimes some of us are those that stand on the background, and it's like you're rocking and you're trying to wait to jump in, like what is it, double dutch, and you're trying to jump in. Yes. So that's how I've been in life. But since I've been in this cohort, being a part of it, it is exactly what I need when I need it. You have so many amazing women that have so many gifts, so many talents. They're so strong in their own right. And so we get to not just shine bright, but we get to glean off each other and learn and grow together, where at one moment I might be Ruth and the other moment you might be Naomi, and vice versa. So that is what I love about the Net7, that we are each and every one of us Ruth in our own right, but we're also Naomi. We get to grow and learn and share and celebrate, and sometimes just stand there and lift each other up and have to, speak life into each other. Because that's the thing, when we're having a bad moment, if we're on a call and we see that, we're going to pause what we're doing and we're going to speak life and we're going to uplift our sister and get her to where she needs to be, because no sister left behind. We're going together. And
Yeah.
that is it.
That's the best part of it, right? Is the fact that
Yes.
we're pouring into each other, and we will take a pause. So we learned it, but we're going to take a pause to address whatever the situation, whatever the need is of our sister who may be going through some things, or who may have some challenges or whatever. And that's the thing that I think that gels us together even more so, is that we're there. That's where that bond develops. So it's amazing. I can't wait till we all meet in person, and it's just going to be a big love fest. It's going to be dope. So I'm looking forward to it. And actually, Kamika is the one. So listen, remember I said I'm not the ideation person? Remember that I said that, y'all? So I was teaching them some speaking techniques. I don't know who that is talking. I was teaching them some speaking techniques. And Kamika said, we should do an anthology. An anthology? We should do it. Guess what? The next week, Kamika, am I lying? Am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm dying. The next week, we had an anthology. We already got a book cover. We already got the name. We already got our chapters. Some of us, most of us. But that's how I do things. Like, if something's a great idea, let's do it. And I appreciate Kamika for just suggesting that. And Kamika is definitely one of those supporters. She's definitely one of those people, and they all do, that just pour into each other and just sees the positive, and just she's an encourager. That's what she is. She is an encourager. And so that's the beautiful thing. If y'all, whoever's sitting in the chat that says from Constance Carter, say who you are, because it all says Constance Carter, because I messed up, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me see. I don't know who else. Let me see. I don't know who else, because I think Lily.
Hey, lady. Yes, it is. How you doing?
Hey, girl. You finally got on the link. I sent you the same link everybody else sent you.
No, I don't know. I went through this whole different side of it. I seen 2 links, so I went in the different one, but I got here.
I'm glad you on. Thank you for getting on.
Yeah, you're welcome. You got it.
So you're from cohort 3. So just tell us who you are, where you from, what you're doing in the world, what you learn, what you're working on.
Okay. Well, my name's Alicia Natil. Everybody calls me Lily. I'm from Florida. I'm working on a lot of things. Initially, I ran a private school that I started and operated in a childcare facility. And it was exciting, but I knew that there was more things that I wanted to do. So joining the Net7 was something that I was really doing to help me out, because in my area, I just didn't feel like there was any kind of girl power, or just where we could come together and support each other and have ideas. And so this really gave me what I needed as far as that. So I decided that I wanted to create 7 streams of income, come at it in different ways, keep everything in a circle. So I'm working on many things. I'm doing insurance, which is full circle. So I'm excited about that. But all of this is because I have an institute now for adults, where I'm teaching adults how to do things that I've already done. So really just monetizing the things that I know: how to start a daycare, how to start a private school, how to start a barbershop, and just so many things. And it being a institute for adults to kind of upgrade their income and make 6 figures in ways that I've been able to do it. And with that, I want to come in and teach them how to create, benefit packages for their employees and things, which is where the insurance comes in, because you need all of it. You need the subsidized insurance, the health insurance, the life insurance. So that's something that I can offer. And then in my courses, so I have to write different books that they can utilize. So I'm working on that. I have funnels that upgrade and send people, provides leads, and it sends people to your pages and different media. So there's so many things that we're doing. As far as investing, Constance kind of connected us with, oh Lord, I just lost his name. What's the Black business school, Constance?
Oh, Boyce.
Huh?
Boyce Watkins.
Yeah, Boyce. Yeah. So I've been doing that and just getting good at working in that, getting better at stocks and options and all kind of things that I felt like that I wasn't good at doing. So really entering that field. So just trying to create a circle where all things kind of go together. talking and speaking, creating curriculums, going to speak at people's private schools or daycares with the curriculum that I have. And so those are the things that I'm working. And it's just this group really allows me to think freely in that way and get so many great ideas. So I'm grateful, Constance. My experience here with the Net7 has just been awesome. It's been phenomenal. I enjoy you ladies. It just energizes me when we meet and we talk about everything from, oh, this is going good, or this is what it is. And we're just there for each other, to listen to each other, to support each other, to put ideas out there. And I don't have that in my day to day. And that was just necessary for me. So that's kind of where I'm at.
That's great. Thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I love you to death. I love you to pieces.
Yeah, you know I love you, girl.
All right. Oh, thank you. And you know what? I just figured out that I'm able to promote people from the audience to panelists so that you could talk. So I know Angela's on here.
Hi, my name is Angela Peterson, and I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I met Constance at the Power Networking Conference this summer in July, and she was a panelist. And what drew me to Constance is that she was passionate about her children and the future and building a legacy. And so anyone who's really super duper into kids, I am too, because, you know, I'm an educator. And so the Net7 Collective has been really good for me because I became stagnant in my world. And after COVID, many things changed. And Constance is on the cutting edge of everything that's going on. So while the world was continuing, I kind of stayed the same. And Constance is really wonderful about
What you say?
Go ahead.
Constance is wonderful about nudging us into greatness. She believes in us. She believes in our ideas. And she is wonderful about making sure that she guides us in the right direction. And as far as the book goes, who knew that she could pull all of this together? So she takes ideas and she definitely executes. I just spoke with a friend yesterday, and she's like, well, I'm taking this class and we haven't done much. I said, we're doing it. You need to take a class with Constance Carter because she is doing the thing. She's doing
it. We are doing it.
we are doing it, and she is making sure that we do it. And she doesn't she's a guide on the side and not a sage on the stage.
Ooh,
and
what does that mean?
so she is just absolutely phenomenal and holding us accountable, but also allowing us our space. So I highly recommend anyone who is thinking about, well, I don't know. No, you need to know, because this is it. She's your girl.
I appreciate you. Thank you. But the real reason why she joined is because I said on the stage, I cuss and I love Jesus. And she was like, me too.
For sure. For sure.
I don't know how many of y'all can relate, but that is the truth. So thank you guys. I'm gonna let you guys get off. All right. So that was some of the ladies. So the cool thing is all the cohorts were represented. So from 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so this upcoming cohort is number 5. And you know, it just gets better and better. Each cohort just gets gooder and gooder. And that's the thing, is just, you know, what I've been able to do is identify you know, what the needs were, and you know, how to make it better and make sure that they are inside and that they're executing and they are doing all the things that they need to do, because the goal is for them to leave with something that's sustainable, that they can monetize, for them to make money. I'm not here just to give you any information and for you to sit up there and be like, yeah, that's dope. No, I want you gonna walk away with some actionable steps on how to create your business, on how to do whatever it is that you do. And so that's the thing. So if you see, some people are stretched, some people are, are welcoming it. Some people, they're like, ah. There's one young lady who was in, I think, cohort 2. And she was just like, because I check in, how's everything going? What are you doing in the world? And she said, I'm really not doing anything. I'm not, I haven't taken any of the lessons. And I said, okay, well, you know what? You can come to cohort 4 with us. And so she joined cohort 4. And when I tell you, this is again, you got to be willing to play full out. You got to be willing to do everything I tell you to do. Totally different person. Totally different person. She was the one in the background. She was like, I can't believe that I'm in here with somebody who sang for Obama. She was that person. And now she's like walking in her power and in her purpose. And that's what I love to see. That kind of transformation is beautiful. So let me see. Do we have any questions? Let me just look at the Q&A, and then I'll talk about investment. So I don't have any questions at this point. Okay, I don't have any questions. All right, so let's talk about the investment, because there is an investment. I believe, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen again. I believe in the power of investment. So here is, and I also believe that when you have to invest in something, you're going to make sure that you do it, which is also equally as important, right? People who are willing to put time, effort, and especially monetary investment, you're going to do the thing that you're supposed to be doing. A lot of times when I had my real estate company, and I would buy things for them and they didn't have to pay for it, they didn't value it. People don't value the things that they don't have to put anything into. But, if you want to, anything, you have to be willing to make the investment. I am your coach. So I will coach you to get to the other side to where you can make money. So the investment is, oh, did I miss it? Oh, I didn't say this. My commitment to you is I'm going to provide you with tools. Just like she said, cutting edge. Obviously, I ain't on the cutting edge of Zoom today, but it's all good. But I do have I have knowledge of all the latest tools that's going to help you with your business. If you see my business, obviously you're on here because you see my businesses, because I know how to use all the tools, all the tools, a lot of the tools, in order to kind of automate, eliminate, and duplicate. I'm going to provide a safe space for you to feel comfortable in coming in with everything that you are, your soul. I'm going to give you the guidance that you need in order to navigate the process. How do I get from point A to point B? I'm going to also provide you with one-on-one coaching. Where are you? What is it that you need? How can I help support you? So you also get that, because you get my cell phone. You get access to me. I'm going to hold you accountable. But not only am I going to hold you accountable, your accountability partner is going to hold you accountable, and then the group is going to hold you accountable. Okay. I'm going to stretch you, right? I'm going to make sure that you don't operate in your comfortability. And then I'm going to help you create your business. Okay. 3 major ways to build wealth and create legacies. Number 1 is investing, right? Investing in real estate. Number 2, investing in stock. The third way is starting a business. We have to get out of the mindset of working for somebody else and utilize our skills and our talents to create our own, whether it's passive or active income. We got to get out of that, and we got to start doing our own. And so I'm going to help you create a business. We're going to figure out what that is, and we're going to monetize. Okay. So, all right, we already did that. We already did testimonials. So here's the investment. The investment is $10,000. Okay. If $10,000 could help you get to 7 figures, and don't drop off the call just yet. $10,000 to help you get to a 7-figure net worth. I know that it's worth it. I do have options available for you. Okay. If you wanted to join today, you can pay in full for almost half the price, for 60%. So if you wanted to join, we start the cohort in January, the 3rd week of January. Wait, I think the 3rd week might be the inauguration, so it'll be the 4th week of January. Okay, so you can pay in full today, $6,000. Okay. If you wanted to do a deposit of $1,000 and pay the remainder by January, it would be $7,500. Okay. If you wanted to do a 10-month payment plan, we could do that as well. You could, but it would be the full $10,000 investment. So it'd be $1,000 deposit to hold your spot. And then you could start $1,000 per month starting in January when we start the cohort. What will happen is you get access to everything that we do right now. Like I said, the alumni calls, like our first, like you'll be able to be on the one on Monday. So you'll get access all the way very early. Of course, you'll get access to, the Grow Your Money Club. We'll be doing some retreats coming up, any in-person events that we have, you get VIP access to that. So that's the investment. Okay. But I did say, you know what? Oh, I'll talk about financing options because there are financing options that some of them have utilized. What we can do, if you want to do it today, you could do it for $5,000. That will reserve your spot today. Try to do a little something that boys taught me. $5,000 today. If you want to start today, you could do $5,000, which is 50% off. Okay. And if you wanted to do $6,000, you could do $1,000 today. And then within 7 days, you could do the rest of the $5,000 if you decided to do that. Okay. So that's what the investment is. That is what the investment is. I will put the link in the chat if you wanted to get started. We'll sit down. I would want to do a one-on-one with you though, just to see where you are, what you need, how I could support you. You would take an assessment. Like I said, there's several assessments that you're going to take. You're going to take an assessment, a strengths assessment. You're going to take a financial assessment. I'm gonna get all up in your business because I need to know where you are, because I need to know where you're going to be. We would need to do a one-on-one to kind of just see where you're at, and how I could support you, and then, get everything going. But that's what we can do. There are financial institutions that some of the ladies have used in order to get financing for this. So One Main Financial, they do personal lending. The payment plans are somewhere, anywhere between $80 and $200 per month, depending what your credit is. So One Main Financial, they have personal loan opportunities available. Some of the ladies have gotten loans from their credit union. Again, these are loans that are leveraged so that you can invest in yourself. Klarna actually has a buy now, pay later for financing, and then Afterpay is also an option. So when I send you the link, there's going to be an Afterpay option available as well. So that is the investment for Net7Collective. And I'm confident. My coach, I have a coach. I paid my coach $50,000. My coach thinks that I should have charged more than that. My coach thinks this should be between $15,000 and $20,000. But I wanted to keep it to where it's affordable for the women, because really my goal is to be able to help you to create a business that's going to generate you a 7-figure net worth. I don't have a problem in paying my coach $50,000 because she helped me make $1 million. So if you look at the trade-off, there's a trade-off, right, on the investment. I don't have a problem in doing that. And so that's what I think that we need to do, is start learning how to invest in ourselves, because we are our biggest commodities. We are our biggest investments. So if anybody actually has any questions, I take everything serious. I pray before I start every cohort. So about an hour before, I send out reminders, and then I'll go to a quiet place and I pray, because I take it very serious. The first thing that we do when we get on is we do some meditation. That's important. It's just getting focused, getting clear, do some visualization exercises. But those things are very important because I take pouring into people very serious. I take what I do very serious. I don't take it lightly. I don't come on haphazardly, because I know that people's lives are at stake, and I take it very, very, very serious. So I definitely, I pray, and I just ask God just to give me my best so that I can give you your best, so that we can give each other our best. And sometimes people come on and they have things that they're going through, and that's okay. We're there to support them. And sometimes if somebody expresses that, it's like I give everybody a moment to pour into each other, to pour into that person, that whatever they're going through, that encourage that person. They get that. And I teach you how to, start your day so that you can actually have the best day possible. Okay. Somebody said, please explain the 5K today, 6Ks in 7 days, blah, blah, blah. All right. So in terms of the investment, so initially I said $6,000 today. However, if you wanted to join today, $5,000 that will get your spot, right? If you cannot pay the $5,000 today, and maybe you wanted to wait, and maybe you wanted to do the 10-month payment plan, that's the full $10,000. That's $1,000 deposit today, and then 9 payments of $1,000 that will start in January. Okay. If you want to pay in full, if you want to do $1,000 today and pay the rest by January, it will be $1,000 today, and then in January when we start, it'll be $6,500 for a total of $7,500. So there's 3 payment options. There's $5,000 today. If you wanted to join, it's 50% off if you wanted to join today. If you want to pay by January, you would pay $1,000 deposit today, and you would pay the remainder, $6,500, by January before we start. If you needed a little bit more time, you would do $1,000 today, and then you would commit to paying $1,000 per month for 9 months, but that doesn't start until January. Okay? Yes. Today is $5,000 and not $10,000. Yes. If you guys have any questions on anything, and I know that the ladies did a very good job at explaining everything. Let me find the link. They did a very good job at explaining, kind of what their experiences was. But if you have any questions beyond anything that I've said or anything that they said, just let me know. But here's the bottom line for me. I love people. I love women. I love Black women. And what you get with me is you get my heart for my love for you, but you get everything that I have and that I know. I share it with you. That's it. You get everything. So here goes the link. You get everything that I know, and I know a couple of things, but the bonus is that you get everything, or maybe not everything, but you get the things that other people know too. And that's pretty dope as well, is that you not only get my knowledge base, but you get other people's knowledge base from the other ladies. Now, if anybody wants to do one-on-one with me, go to bookwithconstance.com and schedule a one-on-one with me today. So if you decide that you want to be part of the Net7 Collective, I would love, love, love to have you. You would actually start on Monday with the alumni. If you missed any part, or if you decide you want to do it within the next, couple of weeks or whatever, just do it as soon as possible, because I'll be at the All Black National Convention next week, and I'll be extending this opportunity to other women. And so hopefully we can get some folks in. And then once we get back from the All Black National Convention, I'll be sharing this on a couple of other platforms that's not as intimate as this. And there'll probably be a few hundred women at least on the call that will also have the opportunity as well. So the thing about it is, do it, strike while the iron's hot, get in right now so that we could have your spot, because when I first did this, I only wanted 5 people, then 10 people. Then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna have no more than 15. And so we kind of go around between 15 and 20. And so that's because we love to keep it intimate. I love to keep it small, because that's how I'm really able to help you one-on-one. If it's too big, then it's more work for me. Especially when we do our one-on-one coaching, that's just very overwhelming. So, if you're interested, it's important that you take action now. And this is an investment in you. Okay. And I know I don't have to convince you, because obviously you're on here, so you knew that there was an investment, but this is an investment in you. And I want to help you to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do. Some of you have been just waiting on something. Like Deborah said, when I sat down and talked to Deborah at Power Networking Conference, she was like, you're the one I've been waiting for. And some of you have been waiting on something or someone to come and really help bring whatever out of you. And that might be me. It may be someone else. I don't know. But if this resonates with you, I want you to do it. I want you to put yourself first and invest in yourself. Okay. I want to teach you to do the exact same thing that I'm doing. Okay. Because you might have a community of people that you need to reach, that they need to see what you're doing, and you need to do exactly what I'm doing and share the information and create your own community. I'm here to support that. Some of the ladies, that's what they're doing. But as you can see, they're doing all kinds of different things. Like Alicia is doing insurance, and someone's writing a book. and someone is, you know, creating a podcast. Some of them have gotten government contracts. There's so many things that these ladies are doing in the world as a result of working with Net7 Collective. And you just don't know how to do it or where to go or where to start. You start right here with yourself. That's where you start. You start right here with taking that initial step and investing in yourself. Now, if there's another payment option that you need, possibly we can work on something. Okay. So let's talk. Let's look at maybe what the other options are for you. I don't know. We can work something out. The goal for me though is to help you. That's the goal for me. I just want to help you to be able to get to where you are. Darlene asked, what is the interest rate on the payment plan? On my payment plan, there's no interest rate. Right. So on my payment plan, if you get financing through a finance company, I don't know. That's all based upon a lot of varying factors. It's based upon how much you borrow. It's based upon what your credit score is. That's a huge one. So yeah, so that depends on that, but there's no interest rate on my payment plan options. So that's what that is. And you know, honestly, it's probably not the most prudent for me to do a payment plan like that, but I just want to make it to where people could get in. That's my goal. I just want to make it to where you can get in. And so I try to do it as, you know, as reasonably as I think possible. So that's kind of what that is. Are there any more questions? Again, if you want to talk to me today, I am available right after we get off of here. Go to bookwithconstance.com. If, you know, we need to figure something out so that we can get you in, you know, we can possibly do that. So let's just talk about it. Let's see what maybe some barriers are for you to get access, because I'm just here to help. That's it. And that's all, y'all. That's it. What if you would like to connect, but you have to delay because you are in class now? Okay. I don't know, Darlene. Let's talk about it. So if you need to delay a little bit, maybe you need to take the 6th cohort, and that'll probably start somewhere around April, because if we start in January, I do a little bit of a break and then I'll start the next one. So that may be April or May for the next cohort after that. So, but also in the alumni calls, I have special guests come in sometimes. This Monday, I actually have a really special guest that I think is going to be crazy. But sometimes I'll have Boyce come in. Sometimes I'll have Dr. Frazier come in. I have all kind of different thought leaders come in and just speak to the ladies and pour into the ladies inside the group. I have a lot of great friends that are from all over the place. And so it's not just me that you're getting, it's not just the ladies, but you're actually getting other people who will come in and pour into you. I do it inside the alumni calls because I'm giving so much information in the cohort that I can't afford to bring other people in because it's just so much. It's so much, y'all. It is so much that I have to teach you. And sometimes it's like drinking from a fire hose, and everybody's at different levels. And that's what I do know. Everybody's at different levels and there's no pressure. I'm very careful in how, I deal with you. You know, this is about you. I'm not drill sergeant. I'm not going to like force you to do anything. I understand, but there's also no excuses because you've invested to be here. So if you can't do the work, why? You knew what it was. You knew what the job was when you took it. You ever heard that saying? You knew what it was. You knew it was going to have a requirement of your time and your energy. And so, yeah, there's no excuse. Yeah, but my dog ate my homework. Yeah, but you know, my third cousin on my daddy's cousin's uncle side just passed away. Okay, well, we still got to be in action. And so I'm going to hold you accountable to being in action. That's important. I'm going to hold you accountable to being in action. So you're going to do what it is that you need to do. Because like I said, what you're not going to do is come out of my cohort saying I didn't learn anything. What you're not going to do is say, no, you're going to learn a whole lot. And I'm going to make sure that you take some kind of action on what it is that you're doing. And then I see that we have some one-on-one schedule. So I'm going to get off of here, but if you want to come back and revisit, I'm here. It's no pressure. I just wanted to present the opportunity to you. Okay. So thank you guys for sharing your hour and 43 minutes with me. And I hope to see you guys. I hope to see you guys as part of the family. Okay. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Bye.